you said, the first person to receive the news and to see the risen Savior was Mary of Magdala, who had 7 demons removed from her body. She's the first one to be entrusted with the message of the resurrection.
Wow.
It's powerful. And that whole scene there in the garden tomb where Jesus is, she says to the angels, "Where is he?" And the angel said, "He's not here. He's risen." And then Mary says, "Tell me where he is. I'll take his body. I mean, just I'll take him." And then it says that Jesus appeared. And there in Mary's brokenness, Jesus said to her, "Whom are you seeking?" And it says that she thought he was the gardener. She didn't recognize him. And then, Britt, in the most precious moment, Jesus calls her name. And there were a lot of women named Mary that followed Jesus. But I think personally, it was the way that he said it, Mary. And she knew, her eyes were open, and she grabbed him and said, "Lord, you're never getting away from me again." And of course, Jesus gave Mary a mission, and that was to go and tell everybody that he was alive.
I love that you point out that she had the demons cast out.
Yeah.
And I just think to connect that to people who are listening to this, who think like they are beyond redemption. They have been through things in this life, and the devil has had a foothold on them. And I just think of Mary and, being a woman in that time, being like the lowest of the low. And not only that, but she's a woman and she was demon possessed by a whole flood of demons. And then I think of the spiritual warfare and how Jesus knew she was going to be the one that would first hear the truth of that full glory of the gospel. And when he kicked those demons out, it was like, I am cleaning house because I am preserving her for something so special where she will hear the truth spoken. Just to connect that to people who are listening now who may think, I'm so beyond the beyond. I've been through so many things. I've done so much bad stuff. I'm beyond forgiveness. This is a great story, but it's not for me.
Mary being entrusted. This is what's so marvelous to me. The most of all the information that anybody could ever receive, academically, professionally, in anything that you say, what's the most important information you could ever pass on to anybody? That Jesus is alive, because that means that everything he said about hell, about heaven, about life, about death, all of it is true. He's alive. And no matter how far you think you may have been gone, you're not too far for the risen Savior.